phone is.
This meeting is being recorded.
Oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I hate that. It's like, and then it's going to tell you it's live. So again, another, let's see here. Okay, this time I'm not going to share it to my timeline. Let's share it to the Facebook group. There's like so many steps to sharing this. Okay. Cool. All right, well, I'm going to first start off. Oh, Adrian's coming in. I'm going to first start off with since it's a new month, I'm going to share our winner for the giveaway. And so you guys know I still do monthly giveaways. If you place an order through my link, then you get entered for a drawing to win a $50 gift card through First Form. And actually this month I'm doing the same exact thing, except for the monthly giveaway, I will be giving away a tub, because it should be launched this month, a tub of the pumpkin spice latte. I'm so excited. You have no idea. So many recipes are coming your way. Let me just say, I was looking at recipes that I posted last year, and I had like a pumpkin cheesecake, overnight oat recipe. I'm like, oh, I need to share that again. I need to make that again. All right. So I'm going to screen share real quick and draw our winner. My mouse is not wanting to work with me. Okay. Can you give me a thumbs up and tell me if you see it? You see the screen? Cool.
Yes.
All right. So Jess, I have you and Tiffany like together, so I assume like I've doubled. So if you spend over $150 worth of product, I will double your entries, just so you know. So just a heads up. That's why some people's are bigger than others. And the winner of this month . Oh my gosh, my internet, or it's just paused for effect.
Well, crazy.
I know, I'm like, today? Maybe?
Nobody wins.
It usually doesn't do this. Here we go. Did it stop? Courtney, I will be sending you a gift card. Hopefully she watches this. All right, just so you guys know, I super appreciate you. When you place an order through my direct link, it does support me. So I appreciate y'all so much. All right, let's see if I can stop sharing with you. Okay. So I know a lot of you guys have prepped for this call, and I appreciate you so much. We are in week 8 of our 8-week challenge, but as I said, I'm not sure if you watched the live earlier, but I don't really like to look at this as a challenge anymore, because you guys are implementing these habits into a lifestyle. And so many of you are joining me, and you have implemented all of these habits from these 8 weeks into a lifestyle. And so I wanted you guys to have the opportunity to share your experience, so that way you can inspire other people as well. Like, I wouldn't be a coach if I didn't share my story and inspire somebody else and change other people's lives. And so you sharing your story can inspire other people to change their lives. So I appreciate you all so much. And so I can let whoever would like to go first, you can go for it, raise your hand. It's completely up to you. Or if you'd prefer me to pick it out, I can do that as well. So just so you know, I know it can be nerve-wracking to speak up. Trust me. I was telling Mandy earlier that I wonder why you guys keep coming back to my Thursday night calls, because I'm like, I get nervous talking in front of people. So I appreciate it so much, and appreciate all of you guys. So whoever would like to take the floor, go for it and share your experience. And I'll kind of go over some questions. I know I gave you guys some, but who would like to go first?
I can. I don't mind.
All right, let's go. All right, Jess, tell us a little bit about you before you started with me.
So before I started with you, I'd actually already been doing First Form type of stuff. I had a different advisor. And I never like to talk negatively about anybody, but we weren't a fit. what she was wanting to see as an outcome isn't what I wanted for myself, type of thing. So that's whenever my sister Tiffany was like, hey, I know somebody that can do it. And she led me to you, type of thing. And I mean, obviously it's worked. So I'm very happy. But I am a mom of two little boys, two rambunctious little boys. They are 5 and one will almost be 3. So I'm going through, he came out terrible. So it's not even terrible 2s or terrible 3s. He just came out that way. I love him to death, but that little boy, he drives me insane almost every day. And I recently started to work from home because daycare wasn't doing very well with him. So I chose to work from home so my sanity's a little testy these days with him, but he went with grandparents today, so I'm good. I'm going to school too for accounting. I don't know why I decided to do that, but I love numbers apparently. And I will be married for 6 years on Saturday.
Oh, happy anniversary. That's awesome. You guys have any fun plans celebrating?
Oh, we're doing our roof.
So fun.
I know. I'm like, yay, happy anniversary to us. So we are very much DIY people. Sometimes it's a blessing. Sometimes I don't know why I did it. Like you saw my kitchen last time I talked to you, my walls are ripped down. There's wires everywhere, but hey, it's functional. It cooks my food.
Hey,
so
as long as it works.
And I'm originally from Phoenix, but now I live in New Mexico. So, well, that's the tiniest town you could find in New Mexico. That's where I am.
Very nice. Small town. So you went from city to small town. How was that?
Well, I was used to it. We were here every summer with my grandma, and then my parents are from the town over. So, I mean, we were kind of used to it. It wasn't really a shock, I guess I would say. But I mean, I met my husband and now I'm here.
Nice.
So
creating a whole life for you.
Yes, I just ended up here, and then shortly came Tiff, and then shortly came my mom afterwards. So now we're all here.
Got the whole crew. And that's the best part, is having your family there. Because I don't know if I could move away without having like my family close. That would be tough for sure. So, all right. So going into this 8-week challenge or coaching with me, what is your biggest takeaway from these past 8 weeks?
Honestly, I would say that it's one of those things where it's just like, hey, I can't do that. There's no way I could lose that much weight or get in that much shape in that amount of time. And it's not, I think I lost maybe 10 pounds. I don't even know. Cause you know me, I don't care about the scale anymore. But it was the inches that I lost, or it was more so the mindset and the confidence I got from it, because I know one of the biggest things that I told you at the beginning was that I wanted to lose my mom pouch because I've had 2 C-sections and all I've ever heard is negative about it, that you're never going to lose it. And even though it's still there, it does not bother me at all. And it's never bugged my husband. He's always told me no matter what, hey, I think you're pretty. It's like, to him, he thinks nothing's ever changed. And whenever I show my progress photos, I look at him and I'm like, why didn't you ever tell me I got that big? Like, why didn't you ever tell me like I looked like that? And his response was always like, well, you didn't change to me. So I was like, okay, perfect. But at the same time, I'm a little scared. No wonder he's okay with my house looking the way it does. So I'm a little terrified for my renovation. But I think my biggest takeaway was that you can literally do it if you set your mind to it, type of thing. And it's not impossible. And I'm a type of person that does not stick to things at all. Like I don't know. It takes a lot to motivate me to do, especially workout or do something like that. I was a stay-at-home mom for 4 years. So literally my life was sitting on the couch with my kid or just being at home cleaning the house. And as much as I did get up and do stuff, it was nowhere close to even the movement I should have been doing for the last 4 or 5 years. So it's just, you can change your life even though you don't think you can, like you're just stuck in your ways. But I get up at 4:30 every morning because I do schoolwork before my kids get up. I do a workout before my kids get up, and never in my right mind did I think I would get up at 4:30 and do that. Never. So it's possible, I guess, is my takeaway from it, is if you think you can't because you think you don't have enough time, or because there's not enough hours in the day, there is, even if it's only 30 minutes a day, it makes a difference.
It absolutely, just taking away that time for you. Like you have a lot going on. You're literally at home with your son all day and you still take away that time. You find that time. And that's the thing, is you don't if you don't have the time, you have to find it and prioritize it. And so that is seriously so awesome. And you've come so far. And like, what I love is that, yes, you're like, yes, I still have that mom pooch, but who cares? Like it's that mindset. Like, who cares? If you have that mindset, you are happy with who you are. And obviously your husband is going to be like, well, I don't see much of a change, because he doesn't see you for that. He doesn't see you as a bigger person. He sees you for who you are, and he loves you for who you are as a person. It's just us finding that love for ourselves, and you did, and you have. So what was the most difficult part of the challenge? Any obstacles that you had to overcome?
One would be the mom guilt of finding the time to do it and take it away from family. And I mean, my husband just got home, and he could probably tell you the same thing. Like some days he'd tell me, you need to go work out, not because he wanted me to get skinnier, but because he could see my mindset that I needed it. I needed to go do it for myself. The second would be finding the motivation to go do it, because like I said, I never would have got up that early just to make myself work out. Like, who wakes up just to go work out, especially when it's not somebody that likes to work out? Now I find comfort in it. I will be honest, I will hate cardio for the rest of my life. At least running. Zumba I can do, but probably not at 6 a.m. It's a little too early for that. I need some coffee first.
I know. I was like, just take a shot of Megawatt. You'll be good.
Yeah. So it's just like, I think the hardest thing was finding that, but also the nutrition. Not that I didn't understand the macros, but it was finding that food that did fit the macros, but that you got the most nutrition from.
Mhm.
So, and I mean, it's still hard. Like at least once a week, I'm pretty sure I'm sending you a message like, hey, how do I get these micronutrients to get? Because I have no idea. I'll remember one thing and then I forget the next. So it's just, I would say the nutrition out of anything was probably the hardest. Not because I couldn't get myself to eat healthier, but it was just trying to figure out, hey, how do I balance this with that and still hit my goal for the day?
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you got to remember that like I didn't learn everything there is to know about nutrition in an 8-week span. You know, I've been literally on my own fitness journey and researching and studying and went to school for nutrition. And I still don't know all of the things that I need to know about nutrition. And that's what's great about it, is you are always going to learn different things and learn what works for you too. But learn, like, the main thing is learning what that food is doing for you. And that's what it's all about. Because when it comes to tracking macros, and I tell you guys this all the time, is I don't want you to feel like you have to track your macros for the rest of your life. But when you first start, most people don't even know what macros are. So they don't even know what they're eating. They don't even know what they're putting into their body. They don't even know if they're short on protein or why they're feeling so hungry because they're not getting enough protein in. And so that's the things that you want to get from tracking your macros. And then once you've got that down, you're like, okay, this has protein, this has carbs, this has fats. Now it's like, okay, what has more nutrients in it? What has more vitamins and minerals in it? What is going to make my body feel good and help me reach body composition goals? And so it's a learning process, and it's not just something that you can learn in 8 weeks. And so you can ask me over and over and over again, and I will still give you all of the education that I know. And I mean, I wish I could teach you everything I knew in 8 weeks, which I don't know at all, but I wish I could give you all of the things that I've learned in 8 weeks. And so, but I do appreciate you. And like I said, I'll remind you every single week and send you lists of things that are more nutrient dense if you need me to. So last question for you. What advice would you give to someone who is just starting off?
To just stay true to yourself type of thing. Don't get caught up in whatever the next person's doing, because what you're looking for might not be what they're doing. And so I would just be true to yourself and push yourself harder every day, even if it's only a little bit. Just do more than you did the day before, and it is possible. I mean, and I don't know, as much as I have a scale, because obviously you need to track progress somehow, but just don't pay that much attention to it.
Exactly. 100%. That scale doesn't necessarily mean that you aren't making progress. And so, but great advice, because absolutely the only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday, and trying to become that 1% better. Comparing yourself to anybody else is not going to be beneficial whatsoever. And what you're doing is definitely different than what works for Lauren or what works for Mandy. Like, we will figure something out that works for your lifestyle. And so you created a lifestyle that you love. hate to be cheesy, but you did. And so thank you so much, Jess. I appreciate you. And
You.
you have come so far, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for you too. So, alrighty. Well, who would like to go next? All right, Lauren, go for it.
Okay. I kind of wrote like a testimony, I guess, like answering your questions. Is that okay?
Absolutely. Yeah. However you want to do it.
I have it in front of me, so I'm just going to kind of read it. And then if you want to like talk about it after, that works.
Sure. That works.
Can you hear me okay?
Mhm.
I'm a little hoarse. I teach 5th grade. So we're now in the 3rd week of school, and now I have to project. The honeymoon is over. So I'm a little bit hoarse, but I'm going to do my best here.
No worries.
So hi, if you don't know me, I'm Lauren. I'm a mom of 2 girls. They are 6.5 and 4. I teach 5th grade. I've been married for almost 8 years on Tuesday, so really close to you, Jess. And so here we go. I'll just tell you, I guess, a little bit about myself. Fitness has always been like a journey for me. I grew up pretty active. I was a dancer, a gymnast, a tennis player through high school, played flag football. I mean, you name it. I loved being active and still do. But I was diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 9. And so I feel like I always have been like all or nothing with my attitude. I'm either all in or forget it. I have no motivation to do it. I continue to enjoy being active through college, but I never ate well. I just like took advantage of my fast metabolism. Or, I didn't really know what I was doing. I would go to the gym every single day, but then I'd go to a keg party the next day. So, I just didn't have balance. Fast forward to I finished college, got a teaching job, got married, and had my first baby at 23. So things really sped up fast, and everything changed after that for me. I felt like I didn't have control over my body anymore. I was breastfeeding. I used that as like a diet plan. Well, I'm breastfeeding, so whatever. And so that like spiraled. Less than 2 years later, I got pregnant again. And after that, my baby weight didn't come off fast at all. I tried joining various workout programs. You could name them all, and I probably tried them, but nothing stuck. I felt restricted, and I feel like Nick and I always talk when I feel restricted, like things are holding me back. Again, ADHD, I don't want to do it. Forget it. Then COVID hit, and my mental health and my marriage plummeted. It hit rock bottom. I hit rock bottom. We were eating whatever, drinking every day because, hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's COVID. We're inside. Who cares? Plus, we were definitely covering up a lot of issues that we were both having. Things got worse. COVID continued. Ended up separating from my husband and moving out of my house with my kids. And so at that point, I decided I had lost sight of myself and I needed to grab control again. And I found First Form. That was in 2020. So, sorry, I lost track. I just kind of went rogue there.
Good.
Things were great with First Form until it turned into an obsession. Again, the ADHD brain. I obsessed about it. Then I realized, things have to, moderation. Things weren't working out with my coach, but things were working out in my marriage and with my mental health. So I moved back home. Yay. And then I found Nika through a hashtag on Instagram. And I swear it was not luck. I don't think that I was led to you just by luck. I swear that I was supposed to find you. I'm grateful because my life has changed being on this team. I was able to find balance and actually keep a lifestyle. Fitness and health doesn't have to be linear or all or nothing like I grew up thinking. And this past challenge, that was my biggest focus and takeaway, was that you can love ice cream and you can love squats. And you don't have to have a 6-pack to be strong physically or mentally. So that's definitely my biggest takeaway. And that's what I would say to someone who's nervous to jump in as well, because I feel like society makes you feel like if you're fit, you have to look or act a certain way. And I think that keeps people from joining.
Mhm.
And that was definitely the case in my past first form group. It was like if you didn't fit a certain image, you just didn't feel like you were in the right spot. So I would tell someone, just do it, join, there's a spot here for you. My biggest challenge, I still struggle with like my inner voice telling me that I have to be perfect or I should just give up altogether. And I think that's going to take more than just 2 years of being in a certain lifestyle. But the good thing is now I have a louder voice telling that voice to shut up. So I've learned that, and that's what I have.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna cry. Because I mean, I relate to your story so much because it's the same, I had that all or nothing mindset when I first started as well. And especially living up to certain fitness standards on Instagram and things like that. And having the ADHD mindset where you have to do things by the book. Like that's my thing is by the book. I need it. Nope. That I need to do that by the book. I have to hit my 10,000 steps and do this and this and this and this in order to get these results, or I'm not going to get these results.
Yeah.
But learning that it's okay. You don't have to be perfect. And if you are enjoying days at Hogwarts, you can get right back to it the next day, right? And
Mhm.
you enjoy your workouts. You're not forced to work out. You enjoy eating protein rich foods because you know the importance of it. And I love your story and I love where you at and how far you've come. And like you said, I don't believe that it was just a coincidence that you found my hashtag. And so you've been a pleasure to work with and I appreciate you so much. So
Thank you.
all righty. Who would
You're
like
my inspiration, Lauren. I love you.
Lauren fan club? All righty. Who's up? Jelaine, Mandy?
I'll go.
Okay.
And Lauren, I'm on your fan club now too. My name's Jelaine Beidelman. I live in Iowa. And my journey or the history for me is that I have been fighting my weight since high school. I look back, at the time I felt like I was totally overweight and ugly. And I look back at those pictures and think, what was I thinking? I wasn't. I was fine. But I carried that self kind of not liking myself kind of carried throughout my life. I had great upbringing, so I don't really know where it came from. And I'm a Christian, so I know God sees me differently, but I never really connected the dots. So I have lost weight and I've gained weight and I've lost weight and I've gained weight. And I've spent more time being heavy than I have thin, but I have been thin. I most of the time was doing Weight Watchers. So my history has been not really learning about health, but more about cutting calories and trying to eat less and always losing control at some point because I tend to eat when I'm emotional or when I want to be happy, I eat something. Or if I had a rough day, I go to food. And I'm just getting that realization now. I'm doing multiple things. I joined a gym back in October. And that was the first start of it. So I started working out. I didn't notice a lot of weight loss. I lost probably 15 pounds. And then my best friend and cousin is Carla Weisenfluh. She's on this team. And she said what she was doing because she looks great. She said what she was doing, and I thought, I need to learn something. I have taken on the exercising, but I need to learn about health. I want to be healthy. I don't have to be thin. I don't have to be, perfect. I just want to be healthy. So Carla talked to me about Nika and First Form, and I joined right away, not really knowing what I was doing. I was doing it solely for learning. And kind of talk a little bit about my I'm actually 54 years old and I've been married for 32 years. We have gone through some really tough stuff. So I know what it's like. I've been separated from him too. And I also went through mental health issues. I still have to be careful with that, and eating well helps me with that, and exercise helps me with that too. So what I am looking, or what I found first with First Form, is that you seem to be as concerned with calories as you were protein. So totally opposite of what I would have done before. The cutting to where you're almost starving is what I had done before. And now it's like, okay, I'm full and I'm still losing weight. So kind of a weird thing. And I'm just learning. So I feel healthy. I feel good. I've lost 20 pounds in the last 8 weeks, 10 weeks. I don't know how many weeks it's been.
Just about.
But so, and that does mean a lot to me, because I do want to lose weight. I want to feel healthy and be healthy. Yeah, and now it's just about having intentionality. So every time I do something, I think about, well, I could get some extra steps in if I go this other way, or I just I get excited about coming home and taking my dog for a walk. I can walk farther than I did when I started, certainly back before I started working out in October. So altogether, I've lost like 38 pounds. So I'm feeling good. I've got a lot left to go, but you guys are all very encouraging and I just love to hear your story. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. And you don't give yourself enough credit, because your story is amazing. I mean, 20 pounds in the amount of time that you've been working with me, and not just that, but developing the lifestyle, stepping out of your comfort zone and going to different class times, and, just learning more. And that's the main thing, is you are learning about nutrition. You're not just tracking your points, right? It's more about understanding what's in your food. And that's the thing. So what was the most difficult part of this? What was the hardest part of your journey so far with me?
Yeah, I think the mindset has been the toughest, because I did have sort of a negative internal voice. So I'm working with my counselor too, and it's like I'm getting the health life together with my spiritual life and my counseling life, my marriage. The whole works is all kind of working towards a healthier me and healthier mindset. So I've got a lot more confidence. I actually have the camera on. This is the first time. So, and I did have you post pictures, which never thought I'd do, but it's not really about me and having to please people. I want to just be healthy and confident in who I am.
Exactly. And you should be confident in you are a beautiful person, and your story is going to inspire others. And so, you say it's not about you, but it is. You are inspired. Nobody's looking at your pictures and thinking a bad thing about you whatsoever, and so, and also going back to your obstacle, is it all comes down to mindset. With every single one of us, mindset is first. Mental health and mindset has to be first. You can't work out a bad mindset. Like it'll get you feeling good for that hour-long session, but if you're not focusing on prioritizing your mental health and your mindset, then it's they all piece together. And so I love that you're putting everything together and figuring it out all together. So but thank you so much, Jolene. And what would you say to someone who's just starting this?
Keep an open mind and follow your lead, because you are an example to me, and you can be that example to others as well. And just to trust the process. So I don't come in with the mindset that, I have to eat, this little bit of food. I come in trusting the program and trying it and trusting you. So that's what I would recommend, is just give it a chance.
I appreciate that. And because a lot of people are hesitant and don't necessarily trust the process, and I get it, but hearing it from somebody else can mean a lot. So I appreciate that so much. So, all righty. Well, thank you, Jolene. And Miss Mandy.
Sorry, I wasn't letting me unmute.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, so I've always been like pretty skinny. My metabolism was out of control, where I could eat anything, and no matter what I ate, I was skinny. until I had my son 6 years ago. Completely made my thyroid stop working, to where I couldn't lose weight. I couldn't eat because my body at that time wasn't allowing me to process food properly. So I was gaining weight uncontrollably, but I couldn't eat at the same time. So I had a lot of issues with food. And it took 2 years for them to find out that it was my thyroid, get on medication, took another 2 years to properly get everything to where it needed to go so that I could start eating a little bit better. But at the time, I tried all these diets. No diets worked. Nothing I tried worked. Finally was able to get my thyroid leveled out. But still, I wasn't able to do anything. This whole time I was I'm going to cry, sorry. Mentally abused, told I was fat and ugly and by my husband. So the whole time, like, no matter what I did, it wasn't helping me. So back in October of last year, I mentally got better. And then finally in December of last year, I started working physically on myself. Started losing some weight. January of last year, or of this year, I joined a group at my church and did a Biggest Loser contest. I took second place in it. And right at the end of that, I was brought into this group. And the first challenge I definitely took as a physical challenge, where I was definitely, okay, I need to eat this. Didn't think I was ever going to be able to eat the foods that you were telling me to eat. I remember the first week saying, there's no way that I can do this. No way, much food. My body has never been able to eat this much food. And I did it, and I continue to do it, and it's working. This second challenge that I've done with you has been more mental. In the last 8 weeks, I left my husband. I got a house, and I've been doing things on my own that I never thought that I could do. So this journey is not just fitness. It's mentally, and it's changing not only my life, but my kids' lives and my friends' lives, because they see what I'm doing as well. So it's been a huge journey.
And it's been so awesome to watch. And you when you shared that lawnmower, like you started the lawnmower, like I just picture you like I just felt like chills for you. You have no idea, like that win. You were like, it may not seem like much, but like I understand that is a huge thing, because I totally get that. I've been there. I've been married to my husband and he's amazing, but I've been in your shoes where I was a single mom and I didn't know what to do. You don't know, and you have come so far, and you are continuing to push hard, and you leave out the fact that you take care of those kids and then you go to bed. What time? You make time to get in your run super late at night. So You're awesome, Mandy, and your story is just seriously so inspiring, and you're inspiring so many other people. And if you guys haven't friended Mandy, I mean, she shares her story every day. I highly encourage you to do so, because she inspires me. I look forward to going on Facebook and seeing what she's sharing, because it's always motivational, and you're inspiring a lot of people. So what advice would you give to someone who's just starting off?
Don't be afraid to ask for help. There's so many people in this group that can help and give advice. Like when I knew I was going to be going to Florida, and I was like, you know what, I want to do this 5K in Florida. I know somebody in the group that is going to have some advice to give. So I was like, I'm just going to jump in here and ask for help and see who can help me. There's so many of us in here, and all of us have different stories and different backgrounds. that there's somebody in here that if you can't help us directly, there's somebody that can help give us a little bit of advice. And this is like a community that we can trust everyone. And that we just need to know that, you know, just we don't need to feel bad about asking for help. So
100%. And that goes to every single person, myself included, is, you know, we always feel like, at least for me, I felt like, no, I don't want to burden somebody else, or I don't want to bother somebody else with a notification, or is that a stupid question to ask? Why would we? There's no such thing. Like, that's what this community is for. It's for all of us to support each other and to inspire other people who are maybe one step behind you, you know, and just like Mandy said, ask for help, ask me for help. If I don't know the answer, I know one of you have experienced something that I haven't experienced, right? We are all here to support each other. And that is all I've ever wanted from these calls, from creating the Facebook group, is just creating a community to where we can all rely on each other and ask for help and support each other, you know? So, you know, of course I'm here for each and every one of you guys. I love each and every one of you, and have created a relationship and developed a relationship with each and every one of you. But I also want you all to be able to rely on each other as well. So, but I'm gonna cry after this. This was my favorite call by far. Seriously, I appreciate all of you guys, and it means the world that you took time to prepare and to share your stories. I know that's not easy. I know it's not easy to hop on here and unmute yourself, even share your camera and be so vulnerable, you know, share your stories, not just speak up, but like actually be vulnerable and tell people things that maybe you wouldn't share, right? So I appreciate you guys so much. And does anybody have anything they want to add or mention or say?
This was awesome. I'm sitting here crying, like sobbing in my bed. You guys are all so inspirational, and I kind of fell off the bandwagon. Oh, because I moved and I started a new job, and now it's my turn to cry. But I'm gonna get back on because of this call, and I love you guys. I don't know any of you, but Lauren and Nico, but I love you so much. Mandy, Julianne, is it? Yeah, you guys are awesome. Julie, okay.
Julie.
Julene. Oh, that's a cool name.
Yes, thank you.
I did an 8-week challenge with Nika. It was amazing. I lost weight, but I've gained a lot back, and I'm just ready to jump back on. So thank you guys for this. It meant a lot to me personally.
Oh, well, I appreciate you for hopping on, Heather. And, you know, just like you hear all of us, it's not a linear thing for any of us. I can tell you that, where I've lost a ton of weight, gained a ton of weight, lost it, gained it. But then it's not about the weight. It's not about how much weight you lose or the size of your clothes that you're wearing, because I want to say 15, 20 pounds heavier than I was this time last year, but I am so in a much better mental state than I was last year. And so if you know, it's not about how much you weigh, it's just developing that relationship with food, developing that mindset and getting your mind in the right place too. So I'm happy to welcome you always back with open arms every single time. So
thank you.
I want to say, like, this challenge, like having the added motivational either podcast or book has helped me a lot. I haven't physically like pushed myself as far as I was the first challenge I was in. But mentally, like, that helped me get to where I needed to be and know that this journey isn't just about like, oh, I need to eat this way, I need to work out, and it's so much more. So I think that part of this challenge has helped me way more than the previous challenge, where I was like pushing myself 110% every day and working out like ungodly amount. And just this one has just like hit me way different than the first one.
good. That was my purpose for this one, because I mean, Lauren, she's been a part of quite a few of my challenges, and this one has been, I mean, this one I created with intent. I wanted you guys to not look at it as a challenge. I wanted it to just help you really create habits that you're going to take after this. That's why I haven't really announced that it's the last week of the challenge. Yay. Are you so excited? What are your plans after the challenge ends? Because my goal is for you guys to continue doing these things. I don't want anything to change for you. I don't want this to seem like, okay, now it's over. Now what? I do want to do that. The 4-week, the reason why I implemented the 4-week What's Next program is so I can develop closer relationships with you all and to help you take those next steps to learn more. Like, for instance, Jolene came in, she wants to learn. And so we've been talking about more in-depth workout plans and things like that. Like, that's why I offered that, but nothing should change after this challenge. I still encourage you to listen to your podcasts and your books and read them every single day, because those things are what helps me too. I don't look at the podcast that I have to listen to every day and think, oh my gosh, I need to listen to my podcast. I have to get that done. No, it's part of my routine. Same thing with my movement. It's part of my routine. Nothing that I do is something that I dread. I want you to enjoy the habits that you've acquired. So, but I'm glad that you've enjoyed that and still continue sharing the podcasts that you listen to or the books that you read, because that's information or knowledge that's how I learn. And that's how I get my mindset right for the day. So, but does anybody else have anything else they'd like to share? I just don't want to get off the call. I'm just like this. Josh missed a good one. Let me just say. No, he was sad he had to work, but I appreciate you all so much. And if you guys need anything, please let me know. But you 4 ladies, please keep a lookout in your email. Y'all are my leaders of this week, so I appreciate you. All right.
I have something. Wait.
Oh, wait. What's up, Adrian?
I hold on. Can you guys hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just wanted to it seems so funny when you go through things that you feel like you're always alone. And just listening to this call just made me so grateful for the experience that has given me so much. I'm just so happy. Like, I just hearing your guys' experience and all of this is just like, wow, that's mine too. It's just, and to know that every day is a struggle and just find a way to make it happen is just amazing. And I've never felt so accomplished in myself that I don't listen to my negativity and just don't be lazy and and just like the first challenge was about like setting my goals, and then this second challenge was about like figuring out, like how you said, like a healthy lifestyle and what I really wanted to do, and I was like, and I was the same way. I was like, I have to do this and do that, and then and that wasn't me, because I'm not an exercise person at all. So I was like, I just had to figure out my groove and the way it works for me, and that's just amazing. And hearing your guys' call crying, just hearing your guys' like stories, and you guys are all over the world. Like, I didn't even know that some kids are so far, and I'm in Arizona, so it's like, but to hear everybody's struggle and it just makes me feel so humble to know that I'm not the only one.
And it's easy to feel that way, like feel like what we're going through is just what I'm going through, and nobody else is experiencing these things, and what's wrong with me? Why can't I do it? But to hear everyone else's story and know that they're all struggling too, it's not easy. And when you see people post stuff on Instagram, it's all a highlight reel. That's all it is. Myself included, I post like my PRs and stuff, but you don't see a lot of my fails. I will post those sometimes, but that's majority of the people on Instagram or people that you follow on social media. It is their highlight reels. Not very many people are as vulnerable as you all and share those insecurities or the struggles that you're going through. And not very many fitness coaches do. And that's something that I do take pride in as a coach is I will always be honest with you, and I will never tell you that I have it all together, because I don't. I still struggle. And, you know, currently my thing is I've been really, really struggling with my ADHD. I just got diagnosed officially, and it has really, it's really taken a toll on me staying consistent with tracking my food. And as a coach, I feel like I need to be tracking perfectly and be sharing my macros every day and hitting my steps every day. And my brain is all over the place. And I feel like I need to be perfect for you all in order to lead by example. And that's not true. And that's the thing, is like, we all need to remember that it's not easy for everybody. I'm not perfect. I don't have it all together. I'm not perfect with my macros every single day, because right now my focus is just trying to accept my ADHD, accept that it is a real thing, I suppose, and learn how to deal with it, learn how to manage it. And so that's currently what I've been struggling with. I felt compelled to tell you guys that, but I mean, my point is that we all go through our own struggles that we don't necessarily share all the time. And just know that everyone has stuff going on, but you can overcome anything. Just keep pushing forward. Don't give up. So, and I'm here for every single one of you guys if you need anything. So, but I'm gonna go cry. So, but I love you all. Thank you so much. And Carla was going to make it on the call. She was somebody who I had asked to share her story as well. She has an amazing story. So hopefully she'll share hers maybe next week if she can make it, but she had to go to a family event. So, but I love you guys. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. All right. You have a great rest of your evening. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Enjoy yourself. You know, prioritize protein, water, and movement like always. All right. And we'll talk soon. Okay. Have a good night, ladies.
Bye-bye.
Bye.